On a quiet street in Paris, tucked between a bookstore and a bakery, stood a little-known place called Le Chat de Minuit, the Midnight Cat Café. Camille, a quiet illustrator with a messy bun and a heart full of loneliness, stumbled in one rainy evening. She only wanted tea and warmth. Instead, she found 11 cats staring at her like they knew her. That's when she met Leo, the mysterious barista with golden eyes and a soft smile. "They like you," he said. "That doesn't happen often." The strangest thing? The moment Camille touched one of the cats, a silver-furred one with a tear-shaped patch on its paw, her body lit with a sudden warmth, and memories that weren't hers flickered across her mind. Camille kept returning to the cafe. She wasn't sure if it was the cats or Leo. They talked for hours about art, stars, and dreams. Every night she came back, the cats surrounded her, rubbing against her like she was family. But one night she finally asked, "Why does this place feel like it remembers me?" Leo paused. The silver cat curled in her lap purred louder than ever. "Because it does," he said. "You've been here before many times. In fact, we've been in love. 8 times. Camille laughed, nervously. But Leo's eyes didn't waver. "You always come back and you always forget. It's the curse of the cat bond."
Enjoying the video, correct? Make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Please leave your feedback, hit like, share the content.
In every story of love, there's always that one twist that changes everything. But in our tale, that twist happened not once, not twice, but 8 times before. And now, we're at the edge of the 9th. Leo's voice trembled as he shared the ancient legend, a story that had been carved into his soul across lifetimes. He and Camille weren't just ordinary lovers. They were the chosen guardians of the feline flame, a mystical force that enabled cats to protect the world's hidden corners. But someone who feared their power, cursed them. The curse was cruelly poetic in its design. In every life, Camille would return as human, while poor Leo, would transform into a cat the moment their love reached its highest peak. 8 times they had found each other, 8 times they had fallen in love, and 8 times they had been torn apart. The most painful part? After each goodbye, Camille would forget everything, while Leo remembered every heartbreaking detail. "This is your 9th life." Leo's words hung heavy in the air, his eyes reflecting centuries of pain. "The last one, if we fail now, we lose everything." Not just their love, but the ancient magic they were meant to protect. Camille couldn't explain why her heart raced when she looked into his golden eyes, the same eyes she had unconsciously drawn in her sketchbook, in her dreams, time and time again. Those eyes held stories she couldn't remember, but her soul knew them all. Something deep within her began to stir, like a lock finally finding its key. Without hesitation, she leaned forward and kissed him. The lights around them flickered and danced as if the very universe held its breath. And then, in a flash of silver fur, Leo transformed, leaping into her arms. But this time was different. As she held the silver cat close to her heart, the memories came rushing back like a tidal wave. 8 lifetimes, 8 loves, 8 heartbreaking goodbyes. She remembered everything, but the question remains. Would the 9th time finally break the curse, or would it be their final goodbye?
Enjoying the video, correct? Make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Please leave your feedback, hit like, share the content.
Her heart shattered under the weight of it. 8 love stories. 8 heart-wrenching goodbyes, 1 patient soul waiting, always in fur. Camille dropped to her knees, weeping into Leo's shoulder. "You waited through centuries, through every version of me, alone." He smiled through tears, not alone. "I had them." He gestured to the cafe full of cats, the old guardians who watched over their bond. Camille stood up, new fire in her eyes. "Then let's break it. I don't care what it takes." "I'm not losing you again." Leo looked shocked. "But no one's ever broken it. Not in all of time." "Then maybe it's time a girl who never liked cats saved the world because of them." They say the most powerful magic lies not in grand spells or ancient rituals, but in the choices we make with our hearts. For Camille, this truth would test everything she believed about love. The curse that bound her beloved Leo, transforming him between human and feline form, could only be broken by an impossible act. She had to willingly give up the person she loved most. But here's the catch. The magic demanded pure love. Love without attachment, love without need. They knew their time was running out, so they spent one last perfect day in Paris, their city of lights and dreams. Through the cobblestone streets, they sketched the moments they wanted to remember forever. They danced without music under century-old trees and read poetry to each other in parks where time seemed to stand still. The city sparkled around them, oblivious that it was witnessing a love story's bittersweet farewell. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in shades of amber and rose, Camille walked into the café alone. Her hands trembled as she placed a drawing on the counter, a sketch of Leo, both as the man she loved and the cat he became. The reaction was instant and electric. The lights above exploded in showers of sparks, and through the chaos she heard his voice from the back room. Camille. When the smoke cleared and the magic settled, there he stood. Not as a cat, but as himself, fully, completely human. His eyes found hers across the room, filled with wonder and understanding. "You remembered," he said softly. She ran to him then, her laughter mixing with tears. "Because this time," she said, holding him close, "you didn't come back as a cat. You came back as mine." And in that moment, they both understood. Sometimes the greatest love isn't about holding on. It's about being brave enough to let go, only to find that what returns is even more precious than before. True love, it turns out, isn't about possession at all. It's about freedom, trust, and the magic that happens when you love someone enough to set them free, only to find they choose to stay.